go from there. So all right, so those are the details of the position. I want to go through a couple more details about the position, also our culture as well. So this is a picture of our division, and these are all the managers who are running offices throughout the division. You probably noticed they all look pretty young. The average age of a district manager is like 25 years old. A lot of students that work with our company start with us right from high school, freshman year, and they'll work with us for 4 or 5 years. It means when they graduate college, they've got 4 or 5 years in the company already. So they're actually able to open up their own office right away if they're looking for more of a career position, which we do have available. All right, so as far as our division, we're right now the number 2 division in the company. For the year of 2017, we just finished that up, I guess, so that's no longer the case. I think right now, I don't know where we are. But our office did finish up in the fall number 1 in the nation, which is something that we're really proud about. And like I said, there's a couple reasons why that success happened. All right, I'm going to give you a couple more ideas, a couple more details about the position. First of all, some of the perks. First of all is our sample kit. Every representative is issued out a sample kit that has $450 of Cutco in it. So there's 2 benefits of that. Number 1, if they're doing the in-home demos, they would want to show the customer the product, right? If they're doing online virtual demos and we'll never even meet with a customer in person, I still want them to have the product. That way they can use it themselves. They're going to have a lot more integrity when they talk to their customers about it because they can have personal experience with the product itself. All right, speaking of the product line, does anybody here know someone that owns Cutco? You guys are all like 19, 23 years old, so you probably don't look at your kitchen knife brands in your mom's house that much. So I'm going to show you what the product line looks like here, just so you can see how it works. We have about 100 different products in our line, everything from kitchen cutlery, housewares, outdoor sporting, hunting, and fishing items. And if you were accepted for training, you would learn about how to show all of them. But today I'm going to show you our most popular products. We're going to start with a pair of our kitchen shears. And I'm sure you guys have all used scissors before, but these are actually very unique. And I could go on and on and on about how awesome they are, but it is a lot easier if I just showed you how they work. And what I'm going to show you first is the very first demonstration we show a customer on the appointment. So how do you think most customers respond to that?
Shock.
Yeah.
Sort of the same way y'all just respond to that. That's why you don't have to have very fancy salespeople, because the product line sells itself. We focus a lot on customer relationships. These shears also come apart, so when you're done cutting through chicken, you can also put in the dishwasher, and all our stuff's dishwasher safe, which is another big feature of it as well. I'll pass these around so you can check them out for yourself. Our flagship product is kitchen cutlery, as you saw. Cutco is most easily recognizable by the handle. It's an ergonomic grip, and the material is the same stuff they make football helmets out of. Now, other than the material and the design, what's the most important thing customers are looking for their knives to do?
Cut.
They'll cut really well, right? So I'm going to actually do a cutting demonstration that we show a customer on the appointment so you can see how it works. And this year being Texas, you guys think around here people eat some steak? So we're going to do a demo against a steak knife. I'm sure you guys used something similar to that before. And we're going to compare it to our company's version of the steak knife, which is the table knife. And the table knife has the same exact type of blade that all the knives do, so you'll see how it works. And we're going to cut through a piece of shoe leather because it's like a really overcooked piece of steak, sort of. Okay, Dave, you're right here in the middle. I'm going to have you help me out with this part. I'm going to have you grab the steak knife here. What I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and cut back and forth here, cutting through the world's worst steak there. All right, pause right there. And what I want you to do is start pushing straight down without sawing. You feel that resistance? Mm-hmm. Okay, that is not your fault. That is because the serrated edge has to cut with the points. So we do the same exact thing with the table knife. I'm going to have you go back and forth about halfway down. Okay, pause right there. Now what I want you to do is start pushing straight down. All right, so other than David becoming magically stronger all of a sudden, there's actually a reason why that happened like that. Cutco has a unique edge. Here's how it works. So the first knife was a serrated edge. And this knife, the only way that it produces a cut is with all the points. Problem is, once those points hit a cutting board, they begin to wear away. I don't know if anybody's ever worked in a kitchen before, but you can't resharpen serrated knives. Right? So what our company did is we designed a blade that's quite a bit different. Here's how it looks up close. So obviously it has all the points you can see right there. However, the points don't do any of the cutting. What the points are there to do is they lift up and protect from a cutting surface these 3 blades that are located in between the points that cut forward, backwards, and straight down. And so over time, these points hit a cutting board and begin to wear away. But what do you notice still remains?
Blade.
The blades between the points, right? So because of the points protecting the edges, an average piece of Cutco will stay sharp just like that between 7 to 10 years. And sometimes even longer, it just depends on how often they use the product line. And as you saw them talk about over and over again in the video, we have a forever guarantee. And so what that basically says, if the knives ever go dull, which eventually they will, because it'll wear away all the way to the top, or if they ever break or anything happens, we replace the knives for free forever. This is multi-generational. This is the biggest reason I think that we've been around since 1949 and have customers that come back over and over and over again. So I can pass it around. You can look at the guarantee if you want to. You can look at the double the edge if you want to as well. Now, I think the biggest reason why this part of the country, like I mentioned before, sells more than every other part of the country is not just the kitchen cutlery, which obviously is used all year long. We also have a line of forever guaranteed American-made gardening tools, barbecue tools, pocket knives, as well as outdoor sporting and hunting and fishing knives. Has anybody ever heard of a company called K-Bar before? Okay, so we own K-Bar too. So that's the quality that we're working with. I'm going to show you here one of our outdoor tools. Anybody here know someone that likes to fish? Right, okay, so it's got a flexible fillet blade. And if a customer has a much larger fish, this is a patented product feature. This cam lock pops up and the blade extends 3 more inches. And it locks into place. And then it's stable. And then when done, they can remove it so they can clean the inside of it. Then it actually has a pliers so you can hold onto the fish or scale it, whatnot. It's got a sharpening stone. You sharpen up the blade. Well, not sharpen up the hook. When you're done, you can throw it back in there. And it reveals the little blade through the middle so you can cut your fishing line through it if it gets like tangled up on a fishing pole. And then you can put on your belt loop. We also can engrave every single piece of Cutco personalized with a customer's name on it. So imagine, a mom trying to find her husband like a Christmas present, having no idea what to buy, because she's always getting the same exact thing, and then sees this and sees, hey, if I buy this, it helps a college student too. Really a win-win situation at that point. Okay, so let's say we show this exact demonstration to 10 different married couples. How many of those 10 do you think would buy at least something?
At least 5.
Is 5?
At least.
I would think 9.
9? It should be 9, right?
Yeah.
Closing ratio nationwide is 60%, 6 of 10 typically buy. Individual orders start as low as $40 and go all the way up to $3,000, $4,000 for a single customer. Our average order size as a company is $250. Customers can take that order, divide it up across 3 payments or so, no interest, and they can even divide it up across 5 payments if they wanted to. It makes the product affordable to almost anyone that we show it to. And so why do the most important question is, why do you think we chose not to sell Cutco in a store?
Cheap.
Good?
I'm trying to think.
Okay.
I mean, just like you can sell it for a little cheaper, like because of the.
Okay, there's no middleman. Absolutely, that's one of the biggest benefits. What else?
I think product demonstration.
They can see it for themselves. Because the quality is so high in the product line, people have to see it for themselves so they understand how it works. Because there's no middleman, obviously there's no markup, so it makes the product line a little less expensive than our highest quality competitors, and obviously makes it easier for the sales reps as well as the representatives and the customers too. Okay. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the sales program. Obviously the one-on-one in-home version is really simple. Just read the script, and it has a and then basically it just follows the picture book here, which goes through all the items and everything that we sell and so forth. The online virtual demo, we use Prezi as our presentation platform. I think most of you said you've used Prezi before, and it is 100% scripted. Representatives will literally read the manual to their customer. This is the manual. We send them this link. We ask them, hey, is the website up? Cool. And then the representative just starts talking. Every time there's a little mouse click button, they just tell the customer to click the page forward in the presentation. There's even a line that says, I'm going to read from my manual. Is that okay? And this really takes off all of the pressure for the customer on the appointment. And this is just some screenshots of what the online demo looks like. So there's some of it that's demonstration videos, and some of it's going to be explanations of the guarantee. And every piece of Cutco has a video, but these videos don't have any audio. So what do you think the representative's job is? They're the audio, right? The more engaging, the more exciting the representative is, typically, the better they sell. Teach them how to overcome objections. They can learn, obviously, sell a full set, individual pieces as well. I mean, somebody can literally just buy one knife, one ice cream scoop. There's not a minimum or maximum of how much they have to spend on their appointments. Okay. All right, cool. So, the biggest benefit of the Prezi presentation, of course, is, again, first of all, flexibility, but also it's really simple and it's scripted. So the representatives can do their appointments here from the office. A lot of reps just hang out, dorm room, library, do their demos between classes, and that scheduling is really beneficial for them. Let's review the pay program just one time, just because our base pay is different. So again, this is not going to be very different from what you saw in the video, but just to refresh your memory, our base pay is $17 because we are cooler here in San Marcos. I know college is expensive. So if somebody completed 10 appointments, the guaranteed minimum would be $170 if they only did 5 appointments or did 20 appointments, as long as the person they're visiting with is 30 years and older and full-time employed. Commissions start at 10% and will grow all the way to 30%. Based on cumulative career sales. So these levels only go forward, never backwards. So even on an average size order of $250, it would still be a little bit more than the base pay would be. However, once they're making 30% commission, they would make $75 in the same size sale. So reps are definitely incentivized to make sales. These promotion levels can be hit pretty quickly. Most reps will hit their first promotion in about 7 appointments or so. So most people do it in their first weekend. 30% commission, anywhere between a couple of weeks, couple of months. I don't really think it really matters how long it takes them, because once they're at that, they can work really part-time, still make a full-time income, and this is based on career sales, not daily, weekly, or monthly sales. So once they hit a level, they would never drop back down. So one of my reps, Blake Latz, who is a student at Texas A&M, worked with me this summer, and then all summer sold about $15,000. He went away to school. He has not touched his Cutco sample kit, came back this fall, sold a little bit over his winter break, and he was still at 30%. Did not have to drop back down because he was gone for a couple of months. He'll come back over the summer and start selling again. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the training. So the soonest that we have training is actually this weekend. So if you're accepted for the position, you might want to clear your schedule. Trainings are 2 consecutive half days here in the office right across the hall. So then we have what's called advanced training. We don't want to say, okay, here's training, now good luck with the rest of your career. So we have 2 advanced training sessions that first week where they will learn about contacting the referrals. We teach a lot about social media marketing, how to grow your business. Field training is an opportunity for a rep to go on appointments with other representatives. A lot of representatives know each other here, they're kind of friends. Some people got actually recommended by a friend of theirs, and so they'll actually watch other people's appointments, especially the ones that are doing well. That way they can grow and learn from their skills as well. We also have daily communication. The reps are not required to come to the office every single day. They do check in the morning on the days they're doing demos. We'll then verify their appointments by calling us at the end of each presentation. And the daily communication is also designed to find out what their goals are for the week. If something came up like finals, or if they're going out of town for the weekend, so they can just update us on their schedule for that week coming up. Then we have team meetings. What's great is that we actually have a team that you can be a part of. And the team is the representatives that are working with our business. Typically once a week on Thursdays or Saturday mornings, they get together for advanced instruction, but it's also a lot of competition, contests, and then whoever is doing the best on the team, they're going to share with the rest of the team why they're doing well. That way everybody can grow. We typically do a team night out at the end of the event, which is just like going to one of the coffee shops. I want them to be able to network with each other. You know, you really can't choose who your college dorm roommate is sometimes, but you can choose who you hang out with. And in this office, we typically attract positive people, hard workers, and we want them to be able to hang out with people like themselves. They're not required to go to the team night, but most people do. And then we have conferences. We actually have a conference coming up next weekend. These are regional events where pretty much every manager from the entire region gets together for advanced instruction. Only happen about 4 times a year. But these are really exciting because we had a chance to compete, try to bring home some trophies. All right. One of the other perks is internships and scholarship winners. So just a couple of highlights of how you can benefit more. Number one, so I'll give you an example of Sean Henry. Sean Henry worked at Hooters before, by the way, in the back, not in the front, of course, as a wing fryer. Came into this job, sat down, and just really, really quickly understood how this thing worked out. And you saw those gigantic trophies on the way in the door. Those were his. He was the #1 representative in the nation 2 years in a row out of 20, 30,000 college kids. He graduated here from Texas State University, international business major. He won 5 scholarships from the company during his time. That was before I actually took over the office, so I'm not responsible for that. However, Lexus, who actually worked with our office as well last campaign, she was the number 25 representative in the nation, and she was the first person in the history of Cutco to actually win a scholarship from our company, doing it all 100% on online virtual demos. So really a cool situation. Won a little extra money. She's a recreational therapy major. And then we got Tanner Yarbrough. Sorry, this all kind of didn't the PowerPoint didn't work as well as I wanted to. But anyway, so this is Tanner. Went to school here, Wimberley High School, so he's local. And when he was here, he was really friendly, but I don't know if he was like the person that I thought would be great, really great for sales. But here's what he did. Apparently he had a bunch of friends that needed a job. So he recommended 5 of his friends that were basically generated $40,000 of business. And we have a scholarship for that as well called the Team Building Scholarship. So whether you're really good at sales or yes, you're good at networking, there's different ways that you can actually add a little extra money for school as well. As far as our current staff, these are some of the representatives that we have on the team. So we've got Callie here, who I introduced you to be a student here at Texas State. Also, Kason Riley, another student. Richie Anderson, he's a student actually at LSU. He works with our company virtually. He started with our company last summer. He's at $50,000 in sales. He'll actually, as a college student, he'll be between his freshman and sophomore year, he'll actually open up his own office this summer, where he'll actually be the manager for 3.5 months. Then we have Brent Galligan. He is in the Cutco Hall of Fame, went to UT. He's at $1.6 million in personal sales. He runs our service call program. He's one of our office mentors. And then as far as myself, like I said, I've been working at this company now for 18 years. I'm at $400,000 in sales. I actually got college credit while working with Cutco when I went to DePaul University. So we do have an internship program if you're looking to get a little extra credit here. And one of my biggest, proudest accomplishments was I graduated debt-free from school. And that made it a lot easier when I got my first job, not really having to worry about, having to pay off student loans, be able to work on my future. And so, I'm really focused on that, helping my students do the exact same thing, not have to only just worry about work all the time, focus on your school, having fun, all the things that make college student great. All right, last but not least, my favorite thing about this business is the experience that students get while working here. They don't really have classes on people skills in college or communication skills or how to work with somebody in a professional status. They don't have classes on dependability, time management skills. I feel this business can be a really powerful resume builder because everyone's got on their resume what's called the Common Four, which is retail work, fast food, manual labor, administrative position, and it's really hard to stand out if every single person has Chick-fil-A on their resume. No matter how awesome they make a sandwich artist sound, everybody knows what a sandwich artist is. And our business has been rated as the best trainer for college students nationwide, regardless of your major, and you can read the Wall Street Journal article, I think it's underneath that thing afterwards on that. We have been what I call entrepreneurial ship launching ground, and I guess our most recent, most kind of current alumni is the guy who started Uber. And I really feel that this business, it doesn't really matter if you're going to be a doctor, a dentist, lawyer, electrician, you're always going to have to learn how to talk to people, sell yourself or your skills as the best. So that's what I encourage my representatives to do is if it doesn't work out with our company, do not get one of those basic jobs because when you graduate college, you're going to find out that people look at your GPA for like 5 seconds. The rest of it, they're going to find out what did you do during that time and how is it competitive against the 5,000 other resumes that I have on my table. And so I think that it's really powerful to be able to share the time management skills, communication skills, and so forth that our students get while working here, which is why I've been with the company now 18 years, not just because of what I got, but I like the providing of that to other students myself. All right, so at this point, I'm going to have you grab the sheet that you have already filled out. And there's going to be a final couple of questions at the bottom. Please definitely go ahead and answer them a little bit more than just a one-word answer. And before you get started, I have a little bit final instructions. When you are done, you probably notice on the back of your sheet there's a place to recommend people to the position. So the reason I have that there is because this year, once we just crossed 750, the only place to go is up. And the only place to go after 750 is $1 million. And that's our goal, is to sell $1 million. And the only way that we're going to do that is to have really great people on the team. So the economy here in San Marcos is not that great as far as finding jobs for college students. Pay is not really that great. And so if you know someone who might be looking for a job, someone that has a job but they hate it, or maybe they asked for money last week, feel free to write them down. And here's the thing, I'm not going to offer you a position because you helped grow our team. But like I mentioned, that Tanner kid, he kind of got a assistant manager position mostly because of the fact that he helped grow our team. Just because I saw that he was really resourceful, that he was in it not just for himself, but also, like I said, he wanted to help our staff. And so he actually ended up becoming assistant manager, did really well with our business. He's now finishing up his senior year. He'll be back with us this summer as well. So if you know anybody else, definitely appreciate that. If you get a position with us, we'll send them a text message letting them know that we have a position interview available for them. It's not going to guarantee them a job, but if they get a job here, you'll probably get some like recruiting bonus, things like that. Most companies do the same thing. Okay? All right, so I'm going to give you plenty of time to work on this. Once you are done, just hang out. I'm going to come grab each of you one-on-one and give you a final job decision in my office. Sounds good? I'm going to put it on the radio so you don't feel like you're taking an exam. Okay?
Okay.
Good luck.